this call and uploading it to a YouTube, which is a public website. Okay, if anybody have objection, you can log out now. But so good. So welcome everyone. This is basically a call which is designed for you to get comfortable with your innovation project basics. Okay. So who can tell me what is your innovation project? Anybody? So if you want to speak, you raise your virtual hand and I'll give you an opportunity to speak. Yeah. Who can tell me what is your innovation project? Hey, Adam. Tanish is the
Hi.
only one. Okay, you go ahead, Tanish.
Our innovation project is use the blue robot that we have. So it uses the archaeological brush to sweep away at all the sediments and see if we can find any artifacts. And if it does find any artifacts, it will probably try to uncover that artifact or tell a human, like the whoever is operating it.
Okay.
So
All right. Who else can add to that? What is your innovation project? That's good job, Tanish. Anybody else? It's your project. I cannot tell you what to speak. Yes, go ahead, Vivan.
Well, we also gonna try using the Arduino sensors in order to figure out how to sweep the brush and detect the artifact as well, and program it using the Arduino programming.
Okay, that's good. Great job, Vivan. Anybody else? What is your innovation project? Go ahead, Harshad.
Wait, what were you guys talking about? Like, what was like Tanish talking about?
What is your innovation project?
We were gonna use like the Arduino robot thingy.
Okay, so a couple of things. Okay, so whenever you are speaking now, you want to get a little bit of professional edge. Okay, so what I mean by professional edge, you want to avoid all the filler words. What are the filler words? That robot thingy, maybe, thinking about. So all those words you want to avoid. You want to speak precisely, crisp to the point. Okay, so innovation pros, you'll see that even the word so, it's a filler word for me. So even I'm making that mistake because I need to improve also. It's not only you. Okay, so everybody is learning along the way. Innovation project, which based on what I understand, and of course you want to check with Coach Vishakha and Coach Vijay. But my understanding for the innovation project is we are developing a robot. Tanish, you're okay, beta? Yeah. So we are developing a robot with two capabilities minimum. What are the two capabilities you are going to develop? Number one, you are going to take the robot is going to carry robot is going to take the sensor and probe it at different location on the ground. Okay, why it is going to probe it? It's going to measure some physical parameters to tell you beforehand, is this a good site or not, to do archaeological survey. Okay, and second purpose of that robot is the robot is going to go there and maybe do some preliminary work for, like, take a brush and start maybe basically like how one of your mission is like brushing what is that, Tanish? Ground
brushing
brushing?
for artifacts, like the soil.
The first one, brushing the ground or something? Paintbrush? No, not paintbrush.
Archaeological brush.
Archaeological brush. So basically, your robot is going to do an archaeological brush and maybe sweep on the ground just to unearth some of the artifact. Is it clear enough? Two applications. One, robot is going to measure various different physical parameters to tell you beforehand if this is a good site to dig or not, to do the archaeology or not. Second, robot is basically going to take the brush and sweep across some selected locations to start the digging process. Is it clear enough to everybody? Okay, give me a thumbs up if it's clear to you. Okay, good. Now, important part in this whole scenario, how you're going to, okay, so robot can take the sensor and put it in the ground in multiple places. But robot doesn't have a brain of its own, so that it cannot tell you that, hey, is this a good site or not so good site to do the survey? or basically do the archaeological activities. So how we are going to find that out? Any guesses? Yeah, go ahead, Tanish.
We're going to sorry, have the sensor on either the arm or something to not something to try to dig out the artifact and see if there's any artifacts first, and then try to dig out. Probably
Okay,
like a
you want
camera.
go ahead. That's good. Good job, Tanish.
So we can use the Arduino programming and utilize that in a way where we can combine it with the specific sensors that we have and give a survey of the ground first using maybe heat, maybe temperature, maybe soil moisture, and then later we can do the like you said, the preliminary tasks of brushing and sweeping the artifact, digging it for the archaeologists.
Okay, that's good answer. Arjun, anything from your side? Harshad? Yeah, go ahead, Arjun.
Maybe we can, like, if we can attach a flashlight to it and then program it to the motherboard, we can also use it to go through like tunnels that humans can go through.
Okay. Okay, hold on to that thought. Okay, anybody else? So basically the question is, we know the robot will carry the sensor. It will put it in the ground. But once it put in the ground, it will give you the reading that, okay, the acidic level, pH level of the soil is so much. The moisture content is so much. But using that data, how can we say, okay, which one is good site to dig into and which one is not so good site to? Because robot don't have that capability. Robot can only give you the sensor data, right? But making sense from that sensor data, that is where your AI algorithm come into picture. Okay, so you're going to take all the sensor data, you're going to feed the sensor data to your AI algorithm, and then algorithm will tell you, is this a good location to do the digging or not? Yes, Vivan, go ahead. You had a question?
Oh no, sorry, I accidentally raised the hand.
Okay. All right. So Adav, then Ansh, you guys have to speak up something, okay? You cannot just keep quiet in the class. Okay. So make sure you're ready to speak up something. Okay. All right. So is it clear enough the purpose why we are learning this AI algorithm? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Let me share my screen and then I'll quickly basically explain what I was talking about in a little detailed manner. Canon for kids. Okay. Okay. Are you able to see my screen? Give me a thumbs up, please. Okay, good. So remember, look at the first picture right now. Okay. Imagine this is a person or a robot for that matter. The robot is basically shown. This is a cell phone. Second one is a wireless cordless phone. Third one is a desktop. Fourth one is a laptop. Okay. And then this person or this particular robot sees a laptop like this. And we ask them, we don't tell the robot that this is a laptop. We ask the robot, hey, what does this look like to you? Can you categorize it as one of those items? Now, robot doesn't have its own brain. That brain development part we are going to do to the robot with the KNN algorithm. Does that make sense? The KNN algorithm, basically the KNN stands for K nearest neighbor. That is the long form. K nearest neighbor. Okay. What the robot will do is it will scan this laptop. It will see the laptop with its cameras. Okay. And then it will match certain features of it. what features of this particular device, where my cursor is, can the robot measure to categorize it in one of these? Who can tell me? Arjun or yes, Harshad?
It has keys that you can type in just like the desktop.
It has what?
Keys that you can type on, just like the desktop.
It has keys very similar to desktop. This item's third or fourth. That's good. Yes, Vivan? You're mute, beta.
Sorry, but it shows the output just like how in the desktop computer the monitor shows back the output of as the result of computer processing. The same thing occurs in the laptop.
Yes, so it has basically a printing screen where it can show the output much bigger than these two cell phones. That's very true. What other feature it has? Who else? Ansh. What other features you think it has which can segregate it in one of those categories?
It has it looks like keys and there is a screen, so it could be categorized into the third and fourth.
Yes, but what else? Screen and keys is covered. Do you see anything else?
Uh,
Go ahead, Adam.
it has a frame.
It has a frame at the bottom, okay. But none of these has a frame. Yes, Vivan? You're mute, beta. Are you on your cell phone, Vivan, or are you from your laptop or something? Okay, Arjun, any guesses?
No, this one seems kind of confusing.
Okay, how's about a feature where you say it's keyboard, it's a screen, they're all combined into one device rather than separate devices?
Yeah, like so the cell phones are just like one very small unit. Then the like PC, the third one, like
Uh-huh.
there's a mouse that's not connected, there's keyboard that's not connected, there's a monitor that and they were all like disconnected from each other and then hooked up using wires instead of just one unit like a desktop.
Yeah. So yeah, Vivan, go ahead. You're mute, just to let you know.
Sorry. Okay. The computer, it can process the laptop computer. It undergoes computer processing
Uh-huh.
earlier, and the desktop can also do computer processing through the PC, which is connected.
Right. Okay. Good. Good. So did you guys notice? So this is how exactly the algorithm will work. It basically takes some features out. How much is the length of the laptop, length of this device? How much is the height of this device? How many keys are there? And is it combined or not? So it took length, width, height, maybe the weight, and maybe is it a combined unit or separate unit? And then based on that, you can categorize it is a laptop, or the robot can categorize it's a laptop and not the desktop. Although it says very similar to desktop, right? Now let's look at the another picture, okay? Are you guys still seeing this another second picture? So in this picture, what the person is doing is on x-axis there is a sweetness, and on y-axis there is something called as crunchiness. X-axis is sweetness, y-axis is crunchiness. Okay. If somebody says apple, apple falls here. You see these three letters? There are apples that are more crunchy, sweetness is little less. But if somebody says figs, which are ripe figs are very sweet, they're less crunchy. Now, if somebody says, hey, can you categorize, based on this data, can you categorize something called as pear. Will it be close to apple or will it be close to figs? Yes, go ahead, Harsha.
Apple.
It will be close to apple because it has crunchiness, and if it's ripe enough, it's sweet. Does that make sense? So what you are going to do is you are going to basically collect similar data from your robot is going to give you similar data. What data your robot is going to measure? Is going to measure the moisture in the soil. It's going to measure the acidity in the soil. Now, if the soil is very acidic, can you go and do the archaeological survey there? Why not?
Uh,
Tanish, why not?
because it made itself damage the brush. Like, because acidic things can dissolve things.
Okay. Imagine, okay, look at this way. All archaeologists doing is some objects which are buried like 100, 200, 300 years back, and you are basically going to unearth those objects. Now imagine if your soil is acidic and there are some human bones buried in that soil. What will happen because of acidic soil? After 300 years, will you see the bones there?
No.
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 Just the acidity of the soil will make sure the bones get dissolved. Okay. Now, if you see the soil is not having enough, if it's too much moisture, like literally like a marshy land, or if it's too low moisture, like a very hard soil, can you do archaeological site there? No, because you won't be able, if it's a really flowing soil, you won't be able to dig it. By the time you dig it, there is another water coming in. And if it's too hard, you won't be able to dig it because then your tools will get damaged. Right? So what you're doing is you're with the robot, you're basically capturing those parameters and then you will categorize it. Okay, for an archaeological site to be an okay site to do the digging, it needs to be moisture so much into this range. It need to have the humidity in so much range. It need to have acidity in specific range. And if it is in that range, then you can say this is a good archaeological site and you should start digging. If it's not in that range, probably don't do it there. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that make sense? Is it simple enough to understand? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what we are going to do is I'm basically going to send you a link for a video in this chat. Okay. And I actually sent this link to your parents. Okay. This is a long video, almost like 2 hours. You don't need to watch all 2 hours. Even if you can watch like maybe first 45 minutes, you can forward it whenever you don't understand it. Okay. It's a lecture from Harvard. Okay. And it basically talks about purely about K-NN algorithm. Okay. So that will give you a good theoretical understanding of algorithm. And then when we have the similar class next time, I will show you with a Python library how to implement the K-NN algorithm. Remember, you will be asked questions on this. The basics which I'm explaining you when you go for interview, you will be asked questions by your judges. You need to be able to explain these things to a third person very confidently. Everybody's cool? Any questions on the topic which we talked? Adav, you have a question, beta?
Yeah.
Go
Does
ahead.
this does this only apply for the people who are attending FLL?
Yes, this is applied to people who are attending FLR, but you can still log in, you can still learn. Remember when you did AI class, we studied this KNN algorithm. Now you are just revising it.
Okay.
Yeah, when Coach Siddhi talked about machine learning algorithms with labeled data and not labeled data, she talked about with labeled data how to use KNN algorithm.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is more like a revision for you guys. And those who are first time hearing it, definitely watch that Harvard video. But at least I explained the logic, right? Basics is clear enough to you guys. Yeah. So I will check with your parents Sunday when we meet. Maybe during the week or maybe next weekend, we will actually take a database. When I say database, we'll actually take some numbers and categorize, learn how to use KNN algorithm using Python. Okay, we are going to use so every one of you should have Visual Studio Code. Okay, Visual Studio Code. This is a free IDE available. Most likely your parents know it. If not, you just look for Visual Studio Code in the Google. It will give you the software, free software. Download it, install it on your computer. So next week, next weekend, when we do the class, you need to have Visual Studio Code software installed on your computer. Okay, everybody's good? Is it too complicated or okay to understand? Ansh, you are okay? No emotions, nothing? Okay. Harshad?
No.
Okay, good. All right, Tanish, you are okay, beta? Okay. All right then. Very proud of you guys. I know many of you were tired after a whole day's work. You still logged in. Very proud of you. And I will see you next weekend. Yeah? Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.